Happy Saturday, March 10th, 2018. We have a format change this week. We're going to start having fun on the podcast. For the serious reporting stuff, there's 11thframe.com. Rosdahl does a great job covering everything from a journalistic standpoint, way better than I could. I'll still have my columns and recaps and articles and stuff on Patreon, and instead of me having to, trying to pick something to ramble about for 15 solid minutes here, we're going to have some fun. We're going to make it a little bit more bite-sized and digestible and also introduce some new stuff. So first of all, I am committing to getting some more Tech Talk episodes out. I had a lot of people asking me a bunch of stuff about layouts and surfaces and drilling and all that stuff. So those can be the boring, stuffy videos. And I'm also starting a Mailbag series. So submit questions in the comments. I'll pick the best ones, we'll answer them on a video, and the twist and the fun part here is that it's not going to be just me doing it. I'm going to involve my wife and my daughter, occasionally my beer friend buddy Anthony. I'm going to try to keep it short, like answer a couple quick, serious technical questions, but still have some fun but bowling-related questions too. Now the extra twist is that whoever I have answer the questions isn't going to see them before I turn the camera on. Camera goes on, I hand them the question, get their reaction and answer. You can submit questions directed at anybody you want to pick, or just submit them in general, and I'll pick the victim. You see my wife in a few videos now, might have a feel for her, but my daughter will also be fun. She's giggly and likes to play the girly girl when she's out and about, even though she lives like a college bachelor at home. Love you, sweetie. She has zero technical knowledge, so I'm sure I'll give her a couple questions I'll have to translate just for the fun of it. But aside from the opinion videos, I don't have anything else that's fun. Serious podcasts, serious reviews, serious tech talks, semi-serious beer frames. Next episode is getting finished tonight, by the way. But the whole point of what I do is just to help everyone enjoy bowling, and here it's either serious or over the top and kind of ridiculous. So get creative with your questions. The only rules are that they have to be bowling related. Obviously not vulgar in any way. I mean, you can ask them, I just ain't gonna pick them. Last but not least, I'm adding a this or that, or love it or hate it type of deal. Basically, leave me a comment, ask me something like solid color balls or bright color balls, or house shots or sport shots, pin up, pin down, shiny, dull, Star Wars, Star Trek, Brittany, Christina, or White Russians, love them or hate them. Love them, obviously. But stuff like that. I mean, up to this point, I've tried to avoid opinion as much as possible, because that's always the first dig is, well, you're on staff, you have to talk everything up. No, I don't. Maybe everybody else spouts hype train nonsense because they're worried about keeping their contracts, but I don't. My job as a representative of the company is, yes, to promote and advertise the equipment, but the proper way to do that is to know the equipment and be familiar enough with it that I can help you make the best possible choice for your game or situation or for what you want, not jump on the hype train to move units so I can get a contract every year. So most of you have been with me for a while. You know by now that I'm not out to scam anybody, and I'm one of those people that others have trouble reading sometimes, because I try to stay objective, but I do it to the point of being sterile. So where you really have no idea where I stand or what I really think. And I feel we're at the point where I should start opening up, so to speak, so that you really know what I'm thinking and just basically get to know me better. So plus, I'd like these to be more consistent, to where you can tune in to the podcast knowing what to expect instead of wondering whether this one's going to be interesting or boring or 15 minutes or 7 minutes. If I want to talk bowling stuff, I'll make a specific video for that instead of trying to cram it into a podcast. I'm still going to give some updates and stuff. I'm just going to do it in more me style. Wichita was disappointing for the Southwest last weekend. I was an idiot most of the weekend. I'm not sure why it takes me the second game to realize I just need to jump an arrow left and play to my strengths. I hook it and I throw it slow, and most house shots don't have the kind of oil I need to play second arrow, so I should probably just swallow my pride and put X's on the board, because that'll put money in my pocket. And, that's kind of the point of tournaments, so I'm probably going to look into that. Balls of choice were the IQ Tour Solid, believe it or not. I used that most of the weekend. The Idol and the Code X. I had some angle issues with the Sonic. It just rolls so heavy that I've got to over adjust sometimes, or make big moves left to get it down the lane before the friction's really there in the track to kick it back the other way. I just didn't have the volume for it. Likewise, the Idol and the Code X never stayed out for long, but the covers blended the wet dry so well that they worked for a game or two, or game and a half on the fresh. Should cash in both team sets, but I was much more of an idiot Sunday than I was Saturday, so that will be the extent of the money for me this time out, unfortunately. Anthony did well. Unfortunately, his biggest set was the second set of teams, so it didn't count for all events, but they should cash in that team event anyway, and he cleaned up that set in brackets too, so he's really not hurting too bad. The White Russians were good all weekend too. They make them right at North Rock. They use half and half, and they also have really great pizza in AJ's that's inside North Rock and a killer chicken Caesar salad. Sitting at the bar and ordering a salad is a party foul, though. Fun fact. But it was a great weekend. I'm looking forward to 5-man Swiss in a couple months. Back down there again. I think we're going to sign up for that. Then 3-man Swiss in October and November. I really enjoy being at North Rock. It's a great place. Really looking forward to the U.S. Open there this year too in late October. That should be just too much fun. That's the podcast for this week. My million view special probably won't go up until next weekend. It was kind of a slow week. Didn't put anything up, so not quite there yet. But have a great week. Bowl well with all those great smelling storm balls. Leave me some questions down below for all my stuff to make up for next week, and we'll see you next week.